Hello, Sofa Squad. Welcome back to the sofa. But the sofa is across the room because we are on the podcast channel. Now, if you're watching this, this is like my podcasty version of the channel. All that means is this is where the channel I go live on. This is where I do like more headline type stuff, very laid back, not as like edited, things of that nature. My other channel, the main channel, Reporting Live from My Sofa, that's where I'm going to do more edited, story time, deep dives, that kind of stuff. So just make sure you're subscribed to both is what I'm trying to get at. Now, today what we're going to be talking about, this ain't no breaking news, okay? It's just something that I've been watching and wanting to come do a video to talk about because I'm just like, I didn't even know this was like a thing. And thank God this is taking place. We're going to be talking about Trazell and Jacqueline West, right? And let me get to the top of the article here. And like I said, it's not breaking news, but it's something that I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know that this was a possibility. I mean, my God, and it makes me ask these other questions, which is why I'm coming here, because I'm going to see what y'all think. So the name of the article, and it's going to be linked below. Trazell, Jacqueline West served with criminal protective orders. This is on kget.com news, and this is written by Jason Katowski. Again, the thing is down below, and what we're going to do, like these kind of videos I do like this, I'm just going to sit here and kind of like go through the article a little bit, make some commentary, ask some questions, and see what y'all have to say about it, okay? So before we get started, let me get a little sip of coffee here. Please hold. I love this coffee cup. I got it at the Carolina Rim Festival. Hold on, there it goes, in Charlotte. Absolutely love it. Anyways, let's start. Okay, so Bakersfield, California. The California couple charged with what they did to Orrin and Orson West, Classic and Sincere are their real names. Orrin and Orson are what they named them to. They were served criminal protective orders Tuesday in connection with their other children. So, I mean, remember, they had other kids, right? And remember, they were quickly taken away during this. Thank God. Okay, so prosecutors sought to stop Trazell and Jacqueline West from seeing their two biological children and two remaining adopted children out of concerns the parents would influence them regarding the criminal case. So that right there, just pause for a second. I'm just like, oh yeah, these kids have seen some stuff, right? They have totally seen some stuff. And remember when we went through the like the complaint against them or whatever, and it was like, yeah, it's clear either these kids witnessed or were made to be part of something, right? Who knows how they have victimized and traumatized these children, y'all. Okay, let's keep going. So, an afternoon hearing in the matter was closed to the public, and it's unclear if it's been granted in full or whatever. If it only applies to some children, or like what exactly happened, obviously nobody knows because it was closed, right? Okay, now this is what this person's saying in the article. While not stated in court, filing such a motion suggests at least one of the children may have witnessed a crime and be called to testify. I mean, that's horrible. Along with the charges of M and the cruelty charges against children brought against the West, is an allegation that they included a minor to assist in committing a crime. This is what's just absolutely horrifying, right? And so, yeah, so anyways, let's keep going. A gag order has been issued in the case, barring attorneys and others from talking about it. The Superior Court Judge, Chad Louie, at the request of the attorneys, updated the gag order Tuesday to include all motions and other filings, as well as future filings in the case. Again, this is, I know, like, even me, I'm, like, dying to know and whatnot, but again, it's best just to be, to make sure that this goes through. These people are completely dangerous, right? Completely dangerous. There is no telling what they have done to their other children, and obviously Classic and Sincere, right? I mean, come on. So anyways, let's keep going. During the morning session, one of the defense lawyers for Jacqueline West told the court the West last year were allowed twice weekly visits after the remaining children were taken into protective custody. Now, here's the thing. I didn't follow this case, like, once it kind of went into that zone where nothing was really going on, I didn't follow it enough to know that they were still allowed even supervised visits, right? And I'm like, number one, thank God the kids were taken away. Thank God the kids were taken away, right? God only knows what could have happened to them. I mean, there's no telling me. You saw where they were all over the place anyways. But then this makes much more sense because I'm like, oh my God, what? like, I'll almost bet you they had code words, right? Like, so that they wouldn't. And this is just my speculation. This is not fact. This is not truth, right? This is like me just thinking. So I'm thinking like someone who seems like, what's his name, Trazell, probably maybe kind of angry or whatever, and I mean Jacqueline as well. Like, what if they had certain words that, like, even if during supervised things, they were still trying to influence the kids? Like, the kids knew this meant I'm being bad, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, something of that nature. Definitely them having any access to them, even over video visits or something like that while they're incarcerated. So anyways, so here we go. During the last 13 months, there have been no instances where either of our clients have spoken to their children about this case or have influenced them, persuaded them, intimidated them, etc., which is what the people are alleging, she said. The West are supervised during the visits. Under no circumstances are they allowed to be alone with their children. She said now that the West are in custody, they would likely be limited to monthly visits, which could be done in person or virtually, and the West were willing to take the latter option. I mean, you know, because there's two sides to this. Again, I think we can all surmise that there is probably some kind. This is not a healthy environment, right, for the children. Obviously, you know, on probably multiple levels. So the one part of me is just like, you know, it's breaking a family apart, right? But then I'm just like, oh my God, there's no telling. I mean, I 100% think they would try and influence these children, and I feel like they probably still have some kind of like subverted way of doing so, you know what I'm saying? I mean, their butts are on the line, right? I mean, these are people that got on camera and literally lied through their teeth to the public. And so don't think for 1 second they want to be trying to influence the kids, especially if the kids saw what happened or were made to participate. I mean, what kind of monsters are these people? I mean, come on. Okay, so anyways, okay, Trazell, okay, so it's just going in now into, you know, what happened. This isn't a video for that. This is just to talk about this headline, and that's it. And I thought there was another one. I mean, that's kind of just really all there is. But so anyways, I'm curious what y'all think, because again, as we're piecing this together through stories, what we know of the thing or whatever, so obviously we're getting more of the story. It sounds like a minor helped. This kind of adds to that, right, where they're not wanting them to have any contact, even like a video visit, anything like that. I mean, that's pretty severe. They don't want them influencing them. So the story is getting pieced together, and again, y'all, it's like so many of these cases that we see. You know, think of Letitia Stalk, Daybells, countless others, right? These are just two big ones that come to mind. I think when we find out the horrors that these children endured, and especially Classic and Sincere, our mouths are going to be on the floor. Our mouths are going to be on the floor. My heart breaks for Classic and Sincere's biological family and people who love them. There's absolutely no excuse for this. And I just can't get over how much they lied. And I'm talking about Jacqueline and what's his name, Trazell. So yeah, I agree. I don't think they should have access to their children in any way, shape, or form. I personally think that they would have some way of trying to influence them, whether it's a look, whether it's something. The slightest thing. I mean, period, end of story. And they probably were doing that during this whole time. I have no doubt they probably didn't talk to them about the case or this or that. But in situations like this, I mean, think back to when you were growing up. Like, if you did something wrong, your parents give you a look. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's that kind of a thing. I just think that Trazell was probably a complete bully. Now, Jacqueline, I'm not trying to exclude her because I think she's just as compliant and all that. But just looking at some of the body language stuff, I'm just like, ugh. I mean, I don't know. I was getting really bad energy. Like during that whole interview where they were coming out trying to talk about thanking people for searching and stuff like that, some of the stuff that he was saying, but then Jacqueline was also trying to steer it too. So I don't want to, you know, neglect her, saying she was a bully as well. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below about all this. And that's it. I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for joining me over here at this channel. Don't forget to subscribe to both of them. And until next time, whoosh, I'll see you soon.